Good morning, everyone. My name is Anandi Bakayan, and please lend me your ears for a moment because we will be discussing the relations and functions. Relations and functions. A function is a relation that for each input there is only one input. And a relation is a correspondence between two values x and y, which can be written as a set of ordered pairs x and y. Domain is a set of x of the function, and the set of values or images of the elements is the domain. X is called the range. Relations can be presented through table, graph, and mapping diagram and the set of ordered pair. Now, the example here in table, this will be our domain and our range, or the set of ordered pair x and y. An example here 2 in the domain 2, and the range is 2. Another one in the domain 2 and in the range 1. And the x value 0 and the y value 1. The x value 1 and the y value is negative 1. In graphing, so we are here first we're going to graph the set of ordered pairs 2 and 2. So we are to graph the 2 in the x value we are 2, and in the y value there is 2. So the graph of 2 and 2, the set of ordered pairs, is in the first quadrant, and the graph of 2 and 1 is also here in the first quadrant. And the graph of 0 and 1, 0 and 1 here is in the line of y-axis, and the graph of 1 and negative 1 here in the last, or in the fourth quadrant. The set, so the ordered pair written as this: the x is 2, the y is 2, the x is 2, the y is 1, the x is 0, the y is 1, the x is 1, and the y is negative 1. In mapping diagram, this will be our input and this will be our output. As we can see here, in the input there is two values. So we are going to write it one values, and it has a different output. So this now we are going to discuss the properties of function. First is the injective, or the one-to-one. A function f is injective if and only if whenever f of x is equal to f of y, or x is equal to y. The second one is the surjective, or the many-to-one, or also called onto. A function f from set A to B is surjective if and only if for every y in B there is at least one x in A such that f of x is equal to y. In other words, f is surjective if and only f of A is equal to B. Another one is the bijective, or the both one-to-one. So the definition of this is in every B has a sum of A. Then now we are going to discuss the types of function. So first is the constant function, which means f of x is equal to c, where the c value can be any number. So the graph of a constant function is a horizontal line. So our example here, this will be our graph, and then so our example here is the f of x is equal to 5. So as we can see, the 5 is in between the 4 and 6. So our graph here is in the middle of 4 and 6. So this will be our graph of the f of x is equal to 5. And then second is the identity function. The x value is the same as the y value. So the graph is diagonal line going through the origin. So as we can see in this graph, we can see that the graph here is passes through the origin. So this will be the example of identity function. First is another is the absolute value function. It is easy to recognize with with each V-shaped graph. So if we are going to graph this one, this will be the V shape. And another is the inverse function. Is an element y in y is the set of all possible values x in x that such that f of x is equal to y. In finding the inverse, change the position of x and y and solve for y in terms of x. Example here is are given y is equal to 2x plus 1. So we are going to change the position of x and y. So x is equal to 2y plus 1. So and now we are going to have an additive inverse. So 2y is equal to x minus 5. To eliminate this 2 in the corresponding in beside y, so we are going to divide it by 2 both. So we are going to cancel the 2. So this will be the answer. Y is equal to x minus 1 half. This will be our multiplicative inverse. So for finding it, we are going to write y to the power of negative 1 is equal to x minus 1 over 2. So operations and functions. This will be the addition, the subtraction, multiplication, and division. So in this, we are going to write f plus g times x is equal to f of x plus g of x. So in this process, if we are going to have our subtractions, we are going to change the sign of each. And also, like in multiplication and in addition, we are going to write or change only the sign. So that would be all, and I hope that you have a learning today. Thank you.